What up, y'all? Um, just wanted to go live real quick, chop it up with y'all. I don't know why I keep going live on Friday, but just happened to be here and wanted to talk about a few things. Nothing really on my mind. Um, but how is everybody doing today? Uh, I know I probably look crazy with this little bitty fro. Just give me a little bit of time. I'm gonna try to get it right. I'm gonna try to get twisted up or something like that. We'll see. I don't know. What y'all think I should do? Should I go with the twist? Should I get dreads again? Should I braid it? Should I get a big old ludicrous fro? Or should I get a short haircut like waves? I don't know. But anyway, let me see. Hold on. I don't even know if am I able to see if you oh, okay, anyway. If anybody could comment, let me know because I can't read any comments right now, but I just wanted to go live real quick. My battery runs out really fast on this phone, so we'll see how that goes. I'm at like 50% right now, so we'll see how that goes. What up, Chucky? Yeah, I just want to go live real quick. Nothing major. Just want to check in with y'all. Again, I probably might delete this video a little bit later. I didn't feel like saying anything in particular. I just want to check in with y'all and let you know I'm still okay. Um, Still deciding how I want to do my lives, how I want to handle this channel. Uh, you know, I don't know how YouTube, I don't know how the internet's been. So, um, let's see. I did have a few things I wanted to talk about today. Uh, but I wanted to basically see how everything has been with y'all. What's the temperature out there? Um, what up, Bryce? I still have not made a TikTok yet, and I have not. Well, I do have a TikTok, but I never really got on it, and I don't remember the password, so I might start a new TikTok, or I might pick up the one that I had before I got locked up, and I haven't started a Twitch, so I just been trying to get my situation straight before I really, put too much emphasis on this internet thing. Um, but I just want to chop it up. I think today's the last day. No, tomorrow is the last day of Black History Month. So I wanted to chop it up with you guys to really just see how y'all been. I actually got locked up 2 years ago this month. I know my fro's probably looking a little beat up. Fro's a little beat up. I've been moving around a lot today, so forgive me for that. Hey Jennifer, hey Gail. Yeah, I just want to chop it up with y'all. I don't have that much to say today. My battery's already at 50%, so we'll see how fast that drains. But I wanted to chop it up with y'all to see how y'all been, what's been going on. How was your Black History Month? How was your year been so far? This is a brand new year. Let's see. And so, I just want to see what was going on with y'all. I've been seeing a few things on, what's good, bro? I've been seeing a few things on Instagram and just been saving a few little videos. I haven't really had anything to talk too much about. Like I could talk about some things. We'll see how y'all feel. Oh, Bryce, what you know about that Nautica, man? I'm not really a name brand type of guy, but I kind of am. Like I have certain brands that are very tried and true. So It's not so much the name brands. I'm not like a Balenciaga type of guy or nothing like that, but I do like certain name brands because they have a consistency. That's one of the main things with me as far as everything in the world. I think the most important thing is consistency and integrity, you know? So that goes for just your reputation in general, whether you do clothing, whatever you do, and whatever business you do, consistency and integrity are the main factors, I believe. So yeah, Nautica has a pretty good reputation as far as that's concerned. I think that letter's yours right
Oh,
there.
really?
The,
Oh,
the
okay.
red one, yeah.
Oh,
No problem. Um, but yeah, other than that, I just been kind of laying low. Bryce, you'll be happy to know I should be getting my bike back soon. I tried to start my bike; it had a few issues, so I'm taking it. I took it to the shop, and they called me today. They said it was just a few issues that I had to get taken care of. So I should have transportation soon. Um, and then I'll be able to secure a job. I didn't really want to go too hard looking for a job yet because I didn't have my transportation right. So once I get my transportation, I should get my job in order. Um, and yeah, Bryce says, "Am I gonna lock my hair up again?" I don't know, Bryce. I'm thinking about it, but I kind of don't know. It was a lot to have those dreadlocks, just because it puts a lot of stress on your scalp, and then it's hard to keep it clean, and then you got to constantly get it retwisted, and then it thins your scalp. So Bryce, what do you think? How long have you had your hair? When I saw you on stream, Bryce, it looked like your hair was about as long as mine was, maybe even longer. I had my hair for like 8 years, so I'm pretty sure you had your hair for at least 7 years. I just a guess. So how long had you had your hair? This is my third time growing my hair back out. I know it looks crazy right now because I've been moving around all day. It's not even anymore. It's kind of bothering me that it's not even right now. I probably might go get my comb. But it would have been my hair would have been way longer than this. My hair would have probably been like this, but I was growing it out in jail. As you guys know, I went to jail and I was in jail for 2 years, and they shaved it completely bald. They went against the grain and shaved it, and it was growing back crazy. It was growing back really crazy, and then I started growing my fro back out, and then it was growing uneven. Like the front was shorter than this part right here, like the middle and the back was kind of longer than the very front. And so I got this dude that was the barber. I wanted him to even it out, and he didn't. He just took way too much off. He just cut so much off of it. I was like, oh my God, bro. That's why I don't like letting random people just mess with my hair. So he cut like more than half of my afro off. So if that didn't happen, my hair would have probably been like double the size it is right now. But yeah, I was thinking about getting my dreads back, my locks, but it's just a lot. Like I said, it thins your hair out. You got to constantly get it twisted. It's hard to keep it clean. And I don't know. I mean, I might be over it, but I don't really know what to do with my hair anymore because like I'm not used to getting haircuts. I don't like getting a haircut. I definitely don't want to go get my hair cut every 2 weeks because if you have like a short fade or something, you got to get it cut every 2 weeks, and you got to go get a lineup, and then you got to go to the barber, and then like I heard that the barber is like super expensive nowadays. Like they want you to pay $60 plus a tip and all. I'm not doing all that though. So I'm used to growing my hair out. Like I said, this is my third time growing my hair out. The first time I had my dreads for 4 years. The second time I had my dreads for 8 years. And then this is my third time growing it out. So this time I might just go back to braids or like two-strand twist or something like that.
Oh, man. What's up, man?
But yeah.
Roommate,
Or I might just bring the fro back. I might bring the fro back.
my roommate?
Yeah, it might be some talking in the back. I might go to a different room.
Huh?
But if y'all can hear me, put a 7 in the chat.
Hey, your mom wants you to call her. Which one? I don't know. It's that lady. She texted me. The one that I called her phone? Yeah.
Jennifer, shout out to you, Jennifer. Thank you for sticking around. And, you know, I appreciate you as always. And yes, I am out. If anybody's new to the chat. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me go. Hold on one second.
Oh, really? Yeah. So she asked me to get the phone. She wants me to call her.
Hold on.
I can't call her on the phone.
Yeah, if y'all can hear me, put a 7. Let me see. Move forward 777. Who are you? I haven't seen you before. Move forward. If you have been here before, let me know. What was your name before? Because ever since I left, YouTube kind of changed up. They don't let anybody have the same name anymore. What up, Solo? Gail, shout out to you, Gail. Gail, I didn't forget about you. I'm going to chop it up with you. I just been busy trying to get my situation straight. So, again, I just happen to be going live on Friday. I'm not planning to go live on Fridays. It's just I've been happening to go live these past couple Fridays for whatever reason. I've been having a little extra time on these Fridays. But I'm just trying to save up, handle my business. I'm trying to get my transportation in order, trying to get my job situated. I'm trying to just, you know. Let me see. I don't understand. But yeah, I got a few things I can talk about on the chat. How's y'all month been going? How's y'all year been going? How's y'all 2026 been going? I missed 2024 and I missed 2025. So, you know. Oh, I saw Sinners, guys. I finally saw Sinners. Where's Jay at? Maybe Jay's not in the chat yet. I don't think Jay's in the chat yet. But I saw Sinners, I think last night. Was that last night I saw it? It was last night or the night before I saw Sinners. I want to say that was last night. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that? They say that was one of the best movies of 2025. I think it was that came out, and they say it's up for a whole bunch of Oscars. Again, I'm just here just chopping it up with y'all. I don't have anything in particular I wanted to talk about, but I might even delete this live later. But I haven't really had a burning desire to go live or talk about anything, you know, so. Gail says she hasn't seen it. Oh, Bryce, you know that sound, huh? Bryce, you know that sound? Oh, Bryce, that is too funny. Only certain people are going to get that. Only certain people are going to understand how funny that really, 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 really is. But yeah, man, I got so much to talk about with y'all. But again, I'm being strategic on what I say, when I say it, who I say it to. You know, it's very important in this season for us to be strategic and to move with purpose, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. As we know, God is in control, so I'm not worried about anything outside of my control. If I can't handle it, it's up to God to handle it. So I'm not worried about anything. I'm I'm so thankful because any I haven't had a bad day since I've been out of jail. And I'm like really I'm really just trying to get comfortable in this new space that I'm in as far as being out of prison. Like I'm no longer on the run. You guys, a lot of you guys, you say you understand, but I don't think you understand. I was on the run for 7 years. And before that, I was off and on homelessness and getting into it with my mom and baby mama drama and all this other stuff. But as far as this last time, I was on the run for 7 years. Everything that you guys know about me, for the most part, I was on the run. I basically, when I first started my channel, I was like, I did it for like a year and then shit went left and I went on the run. So I was living out of my backpack. I was living out of my bike. I couldn't have groceries. I couldn't have like, just stuff that you buy for the house, just random stuff. Like imagine somebody goes to shop for a dining room table or like, a picture frame for the wall or some decorations for the kitchen or something. I couldn't buy any of that because I didn't even have a house. So I just had to buy food, a few clothes, necessities. And I had my backpack on all the time. I was on the run, sleeping in different abandoned buildings. And it was very difficult. You know, I was wearing all black all the time because I didn't want to be anybody to notice me. Um, Chucky says he remembers the blackface video. Yeah, that was on my channel too. If you go to my original channel, and I still haven't changed the name of this channel, I might make this channel called J-LEETHAL 777, but my original channel is also called J-LEETHAL, and YouTube just gave me that channel back a few months ago. So if you guys are here from my new channel, original one, you can type in J-LEETHAL and hopefully the original one will pop up and you can see all my original videos. And I have a lot of original videos on that channel. So, I've had a journey on YouTube. What do we have? 50%. I'll probably go charge this battery in a minute. But yeah, so the name of the game is, and forgive me for the background noise, but the name of the game right now is being strategic for 2026 moving forward and moving with purpose, and consistency. Yeah, I definitely shared it on my community tab. What up, Infinite Charms? So how are y'all feeling, man? I mean, what's been up? Tell me some stuff in the comments that's been going on with y'all. As a matter of fact, I think I'm about to go into a different room so I can charge my battery. I don't want my battery to run out on y'all. So hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Hold on. So, yeah. I have a few things that I just want to chop it up with y'all about. Forgive me for the noise in the background. I got some shit going on over here right now. But I'm good. If anybody wanted to know about me, oh shit. If anybody wanted to know about me, everything is good with me. I just been, focusing on myself, trying to get make sure my mental health is right. You know, I could have easily went live a whole bunch of times and talked about a whole bunch of different stuff, but I just been kind of playing the field, you know, like deciding if this is what I want to do, if I want to continue to be a YouTuber and stuff like that. Um, oh, I found my Malcolm shirt. Found my Malcolm shirt, y'all. Hold on. It's loud as hell in here. Happy Black History. Found my Malcolm shirt. Got my Malcolm shirt back. So shout out to the brother Malcolm. And so I guess we could talk about a few Black History things real quick. So, did you guys see that? Okay, so I was talking about sinners, right? Raise your hand if you saw Sinners. If you saw Sinners, raise your hand. So I saw that, I think it was last night that I saw that movie. And it was really good. I liked it a lot. My favorite part of the movie, if you saw Sinners, tell me what was your favorite part of the movie. My favorite part personally was when they were on the dance floor, when old boy started playing the music and they were on the dance floor, and then they went around the dance floor and they showed all the different types of black music and all the different eras and breakdancing and crip walking and blues and funk and just all the different type of dances. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But I just think that was a very beautiful scene. That was an incredible scene. And the movie was really good. I don't have any critiques. It was a good movie. It's up for a lot of awards. So I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't seen it, but yeah, I suggest you go see that movie. It was a good movie. If you guys have any takeaways from the movie or what you think it was trying to say or anything like that, let me know. Um, but now I want to talk about real quick, just since, like I said, it's Black History Month, right? I want to talk about. Did you guys see the what's it called, the BAFTA Awards? And I'm sure you've heard about this already. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. BAFTA Awards, which, can somebody tell me what that stands for? I think it's like British Arts Festival. I don't know what the BAFTA stands for, but I believe it's a British Awards for movies, I guess. I don't know. I didn't. This is how you know I haven't even really been tapped in like that. I just been scrolling, seeing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's kind of overwhelming for me because I've been out of. I went to prison for 2 years, and so I missed 200, like 2 years of content. And as you guys know with me, I'm like always on the content. I call myself the receipt king and all this other type of stuff. So at first it was really bothering me that I missed all these receipts for 2 years. I'm like, damn, I'm missing all the receipts. When Donald Trump got shot, I missed all this stuff. I'm like, damn, man, I wanna bring this stuff to the family. I want to talk to the family about this, right? And then over time, I just said, you know what? It is what it is. You know, I'm gonna miss this information, and it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to catch up later. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just kind of playing catch up, just seeing who's still doing YouTube and who's still doing this streaming stuff. But they have this thing called the BAFTA, which Gail at Night said is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. It honors the best in British and international film. So hold on one second. Okay, so So it's called the BAFTA Awards, right? I hope I charged this damn tablet. I don't think I charged the bitch. I know I charged this tablet. Anyway, I want you guys to go look up the little clip. It's a little clip real quick, and I don't even want to play it because I don't know if it's like copywritten or something like that. And it's a very short clip, and you probably wouldn't even be able to hear it if I played it right here. If I had my whole setup with my studio, I'd play the video for it, and you'd see it and all that, but it is what it is. You just gonna have to believe me. So there's Michael B. Jordan and the other brother's name. Could somebody put the other brother that played in Sinners? He was also in... What was that brother in? Where do I know that black man from? Where do I know that black man from that was in Sinners that was at the BAFTA Awards with Michael B. Jordan? What was that dude in? Oh, he played, you know, speaking of Malcolm X, he played in Malcolm X. Didn't he? That black old dude that was in Sinners, he was in Malcolm X movie. What was his name? West Indian Archie. West Indian Archie. I think that's where I know him from. Yep. That was his name. West Indian Archie. Whatever his name is in real life, somebody put it in the chat. Anyway, this brother was in Sinners. He played the dude who knows how to play the piano and the harmonica at the blues, the juke joint. And then you got Michael B. Jordan, who, of course, played the twins in the movie Sinners. Great movie, by the way. I really suggest watching it. But, yeah, so they're both at this thing called the BAFTA Awards. And I really would love you to see the clip. I don't know why my tablet's taking forever to turn on, but... Anyway, I was going to read you this apology that they made. So just to run it down for you real quick, you got these two black men that's in this really popular movie that's being, actually, I think it's been nominated for the most Academy Awards in Oscar history. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I read that this movie Sinners is receiving the most awards or the most nominated film in Oscar history. Is that true? Yes or no? Somebody tell me in the chat. Is it true that Sinners is the most nominated film in Oscar history? I think it has like 16 awards or something like that. What up, Raheem? 16 nominations. Raheem, did you see Sinners? So anyway, they're at this award show called the BAFTAs, right? And the dudes, Michael B. Jordan and the black man, what is his name? Hold on. Delroy Lindo, that's his name. Go look up Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan. They were both in that movie, really great movie, and they were at the BAFTAs. Now, the BAFTAs is a British award show. And they were up there presenting, I think, one of the first awards of the night. Now, I want you guys to see it, but the funny, well, not really funny, but one of the things happened like this. So there was a man up there who had so-called Tourette syndrome. Can somebody put that in the chat? Tourette syndrome. Now, I don't want to be rude about this, and I don't want to be inconsiderate, and I also don't want to be ignorant. Because I've heard about Tourette syndrome and people have talked about it before, but I never really quite understood Tourette syndrome. Of course, I don't have Tourette syndrome, so I don't want to... Let me see. This is the statement right here. I'm just trying to pull up the statement that they made before I tell you what happened. So anyway, they're at the award show. Maybe y'all can hear this. Hold on. BAFTA. I don't want to play the music, but these are the brothers right here. Michael B. Jordan and what's the brother's name? Delroy Lindo. Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. These brothers are presenting an award. Mind you, and I told you guys this when I was free. Every Black History, they do this. Wow, hold on, because I'm about to get into it real quick. I'm about to break this down just real quick because I don't want to go too deep, but I might as well talk about this since we're talking about it. Because I already told you that every Black History Month they do this. Every Black History Month, it's almost like a ritual. It's literally like a ritual at this point, guys. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I'm gonna charge my phone while I'm talking about this. It's like a ritual that every Black History Month, it's gotta be a whole bunch of weird stuff against Black people. And it's not just different races, it's Black people doing stuff against each other too. But maybe maybe I'm tripping. Raise your hand if you feel like every single Black History Month there's something crazy. These brothers were up here on Black History Month and they are part of a film that is the most decorated or the most nominated film in Oscars history. And the moment they start talking, somebody in the audience just screams, "Nigga! Nigga!" Now, again, I want you guys to see it, but if I played it for you right now, I don't know if I would get a copyright. And on top of that, um, you probably couldn't hear it from this tablet. You have to watch the clip to really hear it. But they're sitting up there promoting this or explaining whoever's about to win, and all you hear is nigga, nigga, right? And this dude right here, he made a funny ass face if you pay attention to him, and he has a funny clip. Actually, I really wish I had my whole setup so I could play all the videos I want to play you, because this dude has a clip on, coincidentally, where he's telling white people, "Yeah, go ahead, say the word. If you want to say it, go ahead. Let me see you say it in front of my face." Go watch that clip of this dude talking about of telling the white people to say the word. Anyway. I want to get to my main point before I continue. So somebody says, "Nigga, nigga." Now it turns out that this was the man. I'm gonna read some comments in a little bit. This was the man that uh that said it, right? And he has allegedly what they call Tourette's syndrome. Now, you guys can tell me how you feel about that. Does he really have Tourette's? Is it really that bad to where you have to say that? Like what's going on here? Cuz I don't want to be inconsiderate. Is Tourette's really make you scream out nigga like that? Somebody tell me, cuz I've been gone for a minute and I'm not a doctor. So, you guys tell me, does Tourette's really make you scream out nigga like that? I mean, you could have said anything. You could have said any curse word. You just coincidentally happen to scream out nigga, right? Now, I want to read you guys. This is the reason why I'm talking about this. Because it's like the level of reverse psychology and gaslighting that we have to deal with is laughable at this point. I'm definitely not mad at this. There was another thing that I'll get into in a minute about Trump putting out some pictures or videos of Barack Obama as a monkey, which we can get into that too. But let me just talk about this real quick. So this dude has allegedly Tourette's, right? And he screams out nigga at these two black men. Now let me read you real quick. If you guys can see this, put a 7 in the chat. If is it, hold on, I'm trying to see if is it is this backwards or is it frontwards or is it not? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna read it for you just so that you don't have to read it. So After the backlash of him screaming out nigga, now mind you, I applaud these two brothers when they heard him say that. It was loud and clear, but they didn't curse at him. They didn't make a big fuss. They just saw it and they continued on with the night, right? Now, first, the thing is, I was told that this was not a live event. In other words, it was not aired live. In other words, correct me if I'm wrong, but this event happened, it was filmed, and then it was put on TV. It wasn't filmed live. So allegedly, the people who broadcasted this had a chance to edit that part out or silence that part, mute that part, but they didn't. So that's very, very interesting. Again, I haven't done too much research, so let me know. So I'm going to read you the official statement from this man and his company or whoever's representing this man, because now all of a sudden he's Stephen Hawking's. I know you got Tourette syndrome, but are you Stephen Hawking's all of a sudden? Are you just in a wheelchair, just not able to speak at all? Because you sure were very vocal when it was time to say nigga. But I haven't seen a video of you coming out explaining why you did that, explaining this mystery illness, this disorder you have that just makes it so hard for you to contain yourself. You have to put out this long statement. Long this statement is that you put out. Right? This long statement you put out, and I want to read you guys the statement, and you guys tell me what part sticks out to you, right? It says, from the Tourette's Action Group, we are incredibly proud of John. Now, mind you, this is John Davidson, okay? John Davidson is the man that screamed out nigga during Black History Month at two of the most decorated black men of the one of the most decorated movies of all time, right? During Black History Month, again, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. And can somebody put the date? What date was that Trump put out that monkey video? Because I want to say that was in February too. I've barely been out for 1 month and it's already a lot going on. I feel like that was in February too, but let's continue. This is John Davidson. Now, here's the statement from the Tourette's Action Network. Somebody put a 7 in the chat if y'all can hear me. We are incredibly proud. after this man screams, nigga. The people that are defending him and representing him after the backlash say, we are incredibly proud of John and everyone involved in the I Swear following last night's BAFTA Awards. The film has already raised so much awareness about Tourette syndrome and the daily reality faced by those living with the condition. The impact it has had on audiences, families, and those within the Tourette's community is huge. And we cannot be more grateful for the support of the film that it continues to receive. So far, they're proud. That's the first thing they say. When this man screams out nigger, and to be honest, that he might have dropped a hard R. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt to say he just said nigga, but somebody tell me in the chat because I couldn't quite hear it. Did he drop a hard R? Anyway, however, we also want to address the negative comments that have surfaced following John's involuntary vocal tics. Somebody put it. I really wish I had my whole studio set up with all my reaction videos because I would have went in on this. They say we want to address the negative comments that have surfaced following John's involuntary vocal tics during the ceremony. Involuntary vocal tics. Can somebody put that in the chat? This is what they're calling it. Involuntary. He called them a nigga. Now, mind you, we can talk about it because Would he have screamed out nigger if they were two Japanese men up there? I don't know. These are just all questions, hypothetical questions that we'll never know the answer to. Here's the first question. Before I even continue with this BS, would he have screamed out nigger if there were two Japanese men up there presenting a film? And here's the better question. Would he have screamed out some other anti-Semitic remark, let's just call it, because I don't want to even get in trouble for even saying in a joke? What if he screamed out some type of anti-Semitic remark or slogan or whatever the word is? If he would have screamed out something anti-Semitic to so-called Jewish men that came out there with the yarmulke on, and if he would have screamed out, "Oh, you fucking what," I don't even want to go in. I'm not going to go there. You guys know what I'm saying. Put your favorite anti-Semitic remark in the comments that he could have screamed out at two Jewish men. Do you think his involuntary vocal tics would have went crazy on that? Or is it just a coincidence maybe that he had these involuntary vocal tics when two black men are up there and he screamed a hard ER at them? Anyway, let's continue. We want to address the negative comments that have surfaced following John's involuntary tics during the ceremony. We deeply understand that these words can cause hurt, and we are deeply sorry to the black community for the harm caused. But, somebody put that in the chat, but, and I really wish you guys can see that. Is this backwards for y'all? I feel like this is backwards. I don't know how to make it frontwards. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it like this. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. However, we want to address the negative comments that have, let me see if I could find a, let me see. Give me one moment. Because this is funny. This is really funny. Let's see. However, we also want to address the negative comments that have surfaced following John's involuntary vocal tics during the ceremony. We deeply understand that these words can cause hurt, and we are deeply sorry to the black community for the harm that it has caused, but can somebody put that in the chat? Now, they didn't even put a period right there. Notice that, guys. We understand that these words can cause hurt, and we are deeply sorry to the black community for the harm caused, but they could have put a period right there and then said furthermore, or however, or in addition, or additionally. No. They said, we are deeply understand that these words can cause hurt, and we're deeply sorry to the to the black community for the harm caused, but at the same time, it is vital that the public understands a fundamental truth about Tourette's syndrome. So you see how we gotta understand. They didn't even give us a chance to process it or accept your apology. You automatically went to, but we have to understand something. Tics are involuntary. Can somebody put that in the chat? Tics are involuntary. They are not a reflection of a person's beliefs, intentions, or character. So again, that word that was screamed out had nothing to do with the men that were on the stage. It's not a reflection of this person's beliefs, intentions, or his character. People with Tourette's can say words or phrases they do not mean. Why didn't he call them any other word? People with Tourette's can say words or phrases they do not mean, do not endorse, and feel great distress. So do you see that, guys? Now he feels great distress about it. Now we got to feel sorry for him. Do you see that, Jennifer? We got to feel sorry for him now. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to you niggas. Yeah, 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 yeah. But you got to understand that he feels great distress about it. These symptoms are neurological, not intentional. And they are something John, like many others with Tourette's, lives with every single day. Oh, boo hoo. How sad for John. Boo hoo. Every day he gets to call somebody a nigger to their face and not be held accountable. How sad for John. Let's read this paragraph. The backlash from certain parts of the media. Look at this. Now, so look how they did. First, they said they're proud of him, right? Look how they do it. They're proud of him. He's living with a condition. We want to address your negative comments. We understand that it hurt you, but you have to understand it's involuntary. He didn't mean it. It has nothing to do with his personal beliefs, intentions, or his character. This is a neurological disorder, and he feels great distress about it. Now, look at this. Immediately, they go to blaming you for feeling a way about it. The backlash from certain parts of the media has been extremely saddening. So now you're flipping the story to where we have to be. You're making it to where now you're the victim. We did something wrong for feeling that this is out of line. The backlash from certain parts of the media has been extremely saddening, particularly given how hard John works. Now look, guys, now John works hard. Somebody put that in the chat. John works hard, and it's a neurological disorder, and he's in a lot of distress, and we have to understand. John works hard to raise awareness and understanding. What should have been a night of celebration for him became overwhelming. Do you see this? These words that they're using? Overwhelming distress. And he made the difficult decision to leave the ceremony halfway through. This moment reflects exactly what I swear shows so openly: the isolation, misunderstanding, and emotional weight that so often accompany this condition. People with Tourette's manage their physical and social environments and symptoms on a constant basis. The price of being misunderstood is increased isolation, risk of anxiety and depression, and death by suicide. We hope that those commenting, now mind you, this is particularly just for black people. These are the only people who are really offended are black people. Let's just get that understood. We hope that those commenting, aka y'all niggas, this is for you. We hope that y'all niggas will take the time to watch the film. So now you want us to watch your film and get you more money and support this tomfoolery. We hope that you niggas will give us your money, watch our film, learn about Tourette's, and understand the experiences behind moments like these. Education is key, and compassion makes a world of difference. Talk to me in the chat, somebody. I'm going to read some comments. Talk to me in the chat. Bryce says, when we commit crimes, it's because we were just innately born criminals. He says, it reminds me of a classic Paul Mooney bit. Whenever a YT person commits a crime, there's always some psychological explanation. The brainy Ladam says, I wonder how much he got paid for that quote unquote tick. Jennifer says, yeah, right. Gail says, basically, when you say but, look, mind you, they said, we're deeply understand words can cause hurt, and we are deeply sorry to the black community for the harm caused. But, but, right? But you guys need to shut the fuck up and listen to what I say. Now, again, I don't want to go too deep into this because I'm pretty sure you guys already saw it. I just thought that that was interesting, particularly because what this is what I call the rewriting of history, right? We could talk about the history books. We could talk about the word woke, how we created the word woke. We know what woke is. We know where woke came from. We know that there was singers. You can go look up the singer. I believe the singer's name is Leadbelly, who made a song in the 1930s called the Scarsboro Boys, where he told us to stay woke in the 1930s. This is very, very, very much our word. Even the vernacular of it, stay woke, in a sense, is Ebonics because the correct English term would be stay awake. But you know how they make fun of us with our broken English and not being able to speak English properly, so we say stay woke. Even that is ours. But they took that word right up under, and I told you guys when it was happening, they took the word woke right up under from us while we were using it. Usually they'll take some shit and remix it later. They took the word woke from us right when we were using it. Now, why is this important? Because when we were talking about being woke, this is a very particular, nuanced, niche definition. There wasn't a bunch of different things that could mean. When we were using woke, which was not that long ago, woke meant one thing. Woke meant you looking at the government with a side eye, you looking at these people with a side eye. Woke meant you're being aware, you're digging deeper, you're critically analyzing, you're using your capacities, you're using your cognitive functions. You know that you're black in America, you're being targeted, you're woke. They took that word while we were using it and remixed it and told us what that word meant. And we let it happen. That's our fault. And why did they do that? Because they knew if that word got too popular, then other people would start being woke, the correct form of woke, actually. And if you were born today, if you were literally born today, tonight, you would think that woke means all this other stuff that the mainstream media is calling it. You wouldn't even know about the original woke as it's supposed to be. So this is why I tell you this is the rewriting of history, because this dude right here, he called you a nigga in your face, and now they're telling you got to feel sorry for him. And it's our fault for even commenting on it, and we should be more understanding, and he's going through so much pain. That's what the history books is going to say, guys. And they're going to gaslight you and reverse psychologize you to believe that you did something wrong. This is amazing. This is amazing. And then that brings me to the whole Donald Trump posted Barack Obama as a monkey. I wonder if I can see that one. I have a whole bunch of receipts I've been saving, but I don't even know when I look at this. Hold on, look at this.
Be the glory. And we're grateful for our president. He's doing some tremendous work. And I want to remind those that don't know that this was prophesied. So you weren't supposed to have the second term when it came about. This is your season. Said that it was going to be rough the first 2 years and that things were going to happen, but then the last 2 years are going to be great. Well, and so. Yes, you're going to do some tremendous things, and so for that we thank you. On behalf of all the mothers all around the world, I'm from Texas. I live in a zip code that I didn't have an opportunity to have a choice to go to school, and so when I raised my children, I wanted a better opportunity for them, and I'm so grateful to ACE scholarships and all all the doors that the president is opening for education. My son was in a school that he didn't have any voice, and he found drugs in school, and he died. And so I'm here today to just show my appreciation for all the moms around the world. We have a choice now. This choice is so important to mothers. I have a child that, because I had a choice, she's in private school. She's thriving. She's thriving. She's going to be an anesthesiology nurse, and she's doing great. And ACE scholarships was a big part of that. Changing education changes everything.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Changing education
Yes.
changes everything. In my zip code, it feels like we were locked in a cage. And being locked in a cage and can't get out. And because of all of the things that you're doing for education, now we can get out and soar. Our children can have a chance to be prosperous, just children. And I thank you for that. This is a great opportunity. So on behalf of all the mothers all around the world, I stand here and I give you your flowers while you can still get them. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Give me a hand. Well, I did
I can never get enough of that. I can never get enough of this. I can never get enough of this type of stuff, guys. And somebody put that in the chat, that, you know, the hallelujahs. We already talked about it. I got all, you guys remember all the videos I used to play? We shall overcome. She's in here. Yes, and this was prophesied. And Donald Trump, you supposed to be here. And the Lord told me. And then you, of course, you always got the people in the back. Amen. Oh God, you guys know. I don't have to go all the way in right now. Just quickly. Now look at this one. Look at this one.
Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this invite for Congress to testify for the...
Hold on. You guys got to see this real quick because...
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like Grandma. I appreciate
Hold on.
I can trust him.
Well, I did a...
So he keeps it real like Grandma. Y'all see that, right? I don't know if my internet, if my comments are still working. Hold on. Donald Trump keeps it real like Grandma. Let's hear this one.
And that things were going to happen.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president.
Now, mind you,
I am filled. My cup runneth.
she said, my cup runneth over. I can't make this up, guys. I didn't even plan on talking about much. I didn't even watch these stuff. I just saved it because I knew it was tomfoolery and buffoonery. Why is my internet not? Hold on. Why is my shit not? Hold on. If y'all are commenting, let me know because I can't really see the new comments. But let me see. Barack Obama. Because I want to show you guys real quick. Wow. I got too much to talk about. If y'all didn't see the video, I'm not going to play it, but Donald Trump posted this thing on his social media about Barack Obama and what's her name? Michelle Obama being monkeys, right? And a lot of people were upset about it. Mind you, he did this during Black History Month. We cannot forget this. Now, you know I'm not a fan of Barack or Michelle. You already know that. Barack is not a Black American, Michelle, whatever the case, right? But the fact of the matter is he posted these pictures during Black History Month, right? Now, none of these so-called Trump supporters had anything to say about this. Now, when I saw that, I just shook my head and just kind of chuckled, right? Because I don't have the energy to get mad about this. Raise your hand if you got mad about this. Why is my shit not playing my hold on. Because I know I'm getting more comments than this, and it's not showing my comments. But I didn't get mad when I saw that. If you guys got mad when you saw the Barack Obama getting roasted about being a monkey. Barack Obama. Hold on. Hold on. If you got mad when you saw Barack Obama getting roasted about being a monkey, you're missing the whole point. The whole point was for you to get mad about that. That's the point. You're not supposed to get mad at that because that's the point. They want you to be mad. I'm not mad at Barack Obama that he called black people a monkey during. If you're just now getting the point, you're far behind. But I want you to focus on what I'm saying right now and then listen to this next woman. Because this woman said, I love Trump because he reminds me of grandma. And you see how when they start talking to black people, they try to play into our emotions? They start talking about at grandma's house. You know, because we all been to grandma's house. And hallelujah. And how you doing? Somebody put that in the chat. How you doing? You know how they do when they start talking to us. Barack used to do the same thing. He used to come to us talking about singing Marvin Gaye and I'm so in love with you. They start getting real jazzy when they talk to us. This woman, she say, oh, Barack reminds me of grandma because he tells it just like it is. That's why I love him, because he's going to tell you how he feels. Well, how do you feel about this, grandma? I want to know what this, and I'm going to play the video for you. But I want to know what this grandma, let's listen to her now, because I didn't even listen to her. I just saved it, and I said I'll talk about this one of these days. How does this grandma feel about this? You know what? Put it in the chat what you think the grandma would say about this. Because I feel like she's so she's going to find a way to use her cognitive dissonance to he didn't mean it like that, and it was just a joke, and they were talking about the Lion King. I don't give a damn what you talk about, you know. And let me guess. It's just a coincidence, just like the other dude who was screaming out nigger, B. Jordan. I guess it's just a coincidence, right? And this is a coincidence that you made these black people into monkeys out of all of the animals in the animal kingdom. Right? Out of all the animals in the animal kingdom, you made them as monkeys, right? Now keep your eyes on this and tell me what this grandma would say. Because this grandma said that Trump says what he feels, right? Now Trump posted that on his page. So this is what he feels, right? Is this what you're happy about? Let's listen. Let's listen. Hold on.
Our president, he's doing some tremendous.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him, because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over, because he allowed his constituents, his people, to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there.
Oh my God, I'm sick.
Interview me in my home.
I'm sick. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I can listen to that. That makes me sick to my stomach. Makes me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna just play it all the way through, and then we'll talk about something else. But this is the same playbook. I was gone for 2 years, guys, and I thought maybe some stuff would change or something. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it would change in 2 years. It hasn't changed in 400 years. And I know you guys don't like Kanye anymore, but I'm going to just keep it a funky buck. When Kanye said that being a slave, now mind you, Kanye didn't say slavery was a choice. He said remaining a slave for 400 years, that's a choice. And I agree. I agree that remaining a slave for 400 years is a choice. And this is a perfect example of the choice that we as a collective have made. Listen to her right here. She's using all the old tricks. And mind you, anytime it's a mammy up there or a sambo up there, it's always somebody in the back crowd talk about, Amen, Lord. Amen, Lord. Oh, my cup runneth. Did you hear her? My cup runneth over, God. And he just helped me. And I'm so grateful that he came through and he came to little old me and he brought his constituents. Oh, that's a big word, mammy. He brought my constituents. And he came over to little old Jackson, Mississippi and Willacoochee, Georgia. And he came to me and my cup runneth over, God. And he remind me of my grandmother. And oh Lord, I just how my life I had to fight, Raheem. And mind you, I'm gonna play it. But listen to everything and listen to the background. Amen. Woo, it's got to be the same theatrics. And this is why the black church hasn't gone nowhere. I'm going to just call it like it is. This is why the black church hasn't gone nowhere. Because you allow theatrics to just overcome everything. So you leave church feeling hypnotized by all the theatrics and the buck dancing. You 9 times out of 10, you can't even get the average person, the average black person who went to a Baptist church. You can't even ask them, what did he talk about today? What scriptures did he bring out? What information did he bring out? What prophets did he talk about? What stories in the Bible did he talk about? Nobody remembers that from church. All they remember is, oh, he stomped around, he jumped around, they started playing the music, and I caught the Holy Ghost, and my cup runneth over. This lady said her cup runneth over. Listen. Just listen. I know I'm talking a lot, but just listen.
He's doing some tremendous work, and I want to remind.
One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I am filled, my cup runneth over. Because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched, I rallied, I pulled out other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied, and nobody heard me, Democrats. Get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of it? One thing I like about him, he keeps it. Then they invited me. One thing I like about him, he keeps it real, just like Grandpa. Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a hush crime, you do hush time. Just that simple. And if we need National Guard, and which we did years ago, he brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify.
Dang. I never seen this. I literally never seen this. I just saved it and she said back up. Now this is where it gets deep. Because first of all, notice every time Trump invites one of them up on the stage, whether it's Nicki Minaj or whoever else, Trump just stands there like the pimp he is. The Brainy Ludum says he are a shepherd. Donald Trump is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now, she went from playing she wanted to gain our sympathy, talking about how she lost her son, and he reminds her of grandma, and ooh, my cup runneth over. Now, she's talking to us. She's talking to you and me. Don't you talk about that racism stuff. Don't you, I don't want to. Now, mind you, this woman was alive for Martin Luther King. Don't you guys see what's going on? This woman was alive for Martin Luther King. She saw it. Looking at this woman's age, she about 70 years old. This woman was alive for Martin Luther King, for sure. She know more about Martin and Malcolm than we do. She knows about the Black Panthers. She knows about blaxploitation. She knows about Emmett Till. She knows about Jim Crow. She knows about Rosa Parks. She knows about the Black Wall Street. She knows about it. She knows about Flint, Michigan. And she talk about, now don't you talk about that racism. Now this is where she turns into the guard dog, the attack dog. I don't want to hear it. This man's a good man. Get off his back. You see? Raise your hand if you guys see what's going on. We're the only community that people feel like they can talk to us like that. Nobody else is going to go against their community like that in support of another race of people. Let's just keep it a buck. You name me the other community that's going to openly condemn their people and scream at them because they don't support. Mind you, what happened to the monkey? Bro, hold on. She said, don't you talk about that racism stuff. I don't want to hear it. Now, mind you, you don't think this woman's seen this? You don't think this woman's seen this? All I want you to do is think about this picture right here and listen to this woman now. She let go of the crocodile tears. Now she's yelling at us. I don't want to hear about that racism stuff. Get off of his back. Listen.
I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him.
Back up.
Grandma said it.
Oh, grandma said it. Look.
And they invited me twice. I love him.
Hold
I don't
on.
want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him.
She said, back up off
Grandma
him.
said it.
Grandma said it. Hold on.
Then they invited me twice before Congress.
Why is it still playing? Hold on. Forgive me.
Bill.
She said,
It's
grandma
change
said.
crime in the district. If you kill somebody,
Hold on.
okay, take a life, you do life. Just that simple.
Damn.
If you do a hush crime, you do hush time. Just that simple. And if we need National Guard, and which we did years ago,
Hold
he
on.
brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff.
She
and
loves
don't
him.
be looking at the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him.
Back up off of him.
And Grandma said it.
Grandma said it. Hold on. I don't know why my tablet is moving so slow. She said, back up off of him. Grandma said it. You see how she did it? She's all of our grandma now. You see? So we have a right to talk about this because now she's all of our grandma. But you see how they do us? They try to play that psychological trick on us, the same trick that our families try to play on us. I'm grandma, don't you tell me. They still try to play that grandma stuff when I'm grown. I got bills, I got kids. You talk about grandma said it. So I'm just supposed to listen to grandma no matter what. I need you to pay attention what's really happening. I'm gonna start my tablet over because I don't know why it won't let me play it like I want to play it. She said grandma said it. And mind you, Trump sits there the whole time just happy. He just stands there like that. Yep, I got her. Because guess what? All you need is a few. I mean, shit, let's just be honest. He probably didn't even have to pay her. I was going to ask you guys how much you thought he paid her. I would say probably a few thousand, maybe a few hundred. Then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. Knowing the effects of the systematic enforcement of the ideologies of white supremacy on our people, he didn't even have to pay her. He didn't even have to pay her, Solo. He didn't have to pay her. I was really about to think, well, damn, how much did he pay her to do that? Because you know our people, we gonna sell out. Let's just keep it a buck. Maybe not you and me, but overwhelmingly, all you got to do is flash a couple bills in front of our people's face. We gonna sell out easy. We've already showed it. Go watch Judas and the Black Messiah. Go watch Belly. Go watch Nipsey Hussle. Go watch anything you want to watch. We gonna sell out for a buck and we gonna kill our own people for it. So I was thinking, I wonder how much this woman got paid for this incredibly embarrassing performance. She said, I don't want to hear about the racism. I don't want to hear about him, even though in the first sentence, I just told you guys the reason why I love him is because he says how he feels. But then when we say, okay, well, what about when he posted a monkey on his social media? He posted black people as monkeys. I don't want to hear it. You see? So on one hand, he's honest and he says how he feels. But when we show you what he says and how he feels, now you don't want to talk about it. And you better not even say it and stop hating on me because I'm your grandma. Does anybody, and see, this is why I told myself I was going to stop getting so mad about this type of stuff, because it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. As much as I want to bring it to you guys and talk about it, and we want to, it is what it is. I can't keep getting mad at this stuff. This is that Al Sharpton shit. This is that Al Sharpton. This is the same playbook that they keep on playing. But I'm going to show it to you one more time what she said. Just so it can stick in your head. Just so it can stick in your head. Don't worry. Hold on. I'm going to let you hear it one more time. And I'm not going to say nothing. I want you guys to tell me in the chat what's your favorite part about this. Because I never even, the only reason why I'm playing this video back so many times, because I never seen it. I just saved it when I saw like 10 seconds of it and I saved it. But let's listen again.
Hey, Grandma. I appreciate that because I can trust him because he tells exactly how he feels and what he thinks. Thank God for this president. I I am filled, my cup runneth over. Because he allowed his constituents, his people to come to my house to interview me, to talk about the murder of my grandson. It seemed like nobody cared. I'm an advocate for murder. I marched other families in the District of Columbia that had murders and did not have answers. Ooh. We marched and we rallied and nobody heard me. Democrats get mad at me. Until this Republican sent his constituents, his people out there to interview me in my home. Have you ever heard of it? One thing about him, he keeps it real just like me. Then they invited me twice before Congress to testify for the beautiful bill that's going to change crime in the district. If you kill somebody, okay, you take a life, you do life. Just that simple. If you do a harsh crime, you do harsh time. Just that simple. And then we need National Guard, and which we did years ago. He brought it on. I love him. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about that racist stuff. And don't be looking at me on the news hating on me because I'm standing up for somebody that deserves to be standing up for. Get off the man's back. Let him do his job. He's doing the right thing. Back up off of him. And Grandma said it.
I just want to say to everyone that's here, as we celebrate this special day and not only Black history but American history, this year that we've been here, under President Trump, the Lord has been so gracious to us. And the President has been a tremendous leader in his work ethic, his heart for people. And he says America first, and what he does mean. I just want to say to everyone that's here, as we celebrate this special,
we are living under the administration of the greatest president in our lifetime. We have the hottest country in our lifetime. I want to make sure the mainstream media knows this because you represent the people who basically counter what the mainstream media has done. President Trump was the president who fully funded historically Black colleges and universities. President Trump took the lead and performed criminal justice reform. President Trump made sure that we had opportunity zones. We are living under the...
This president right here, President Donald Trump, brought me from the prison pit to the White House. President Trump is the only president who would have had the courage to bring someone like me, someone who received a second chance, but who knows more than someone who has sit among the captives, than someone who has been in captivity themselves. This president right here, President
So no tax on tips has been a huge lesson for me and my business. Not just mine, but I know so many people across the country. I know a lot of us don't want to talk about the good part of it. We only want to share the negative, but I'm here today to tell you you've done a great thing. Yes, you have. Thank you for just loving on us and showing us that even from my own thing, I'm whole Arkansas, and I've got to say this, I have the best governor in the world.
And I'm so grateful to ACE scholarships and all the doors that the president is opening for education. My son was in a school that he
I don't even want to hear it no more.
I want to begin by expressing our sadness.
I don't want to hear it no more. I don't even want to hear it no more. I just want to show you how many people he brought up. So it's not just one. It's not just Grandmama. It's not just Al Sharpton. He got a whole gang of them. And if you didn't know any better because they're suppressing our voices, if you didn't know any better, you would think that this is just how it is. Then did you hear what the other dude said? He said, I want to remind you guys that Donald Trump funded HBCUs, which he gave money to historically Black colleges and universities in his first term. But what he didn't mention was in his second term, he basically reversed that by saying that colleges cannot talk about race. Colleges cannot accept people and give scholarships based on the merit of race, which is basically his push against diversity, equity, and inclusion, the DEI thing. So how are you going to give him props for giving money to black colleges in his first term when he turned around in his second term? He said, you better not even mention anything about you being black. See, this is how I know our people don't, and I'm not a politician. I don't say that I know about politics, but this is basic common sense. He got into the door by giving you Negroes some crumbs. And immediately when he got into his second term, where it's time for him to show his ass, he took that shit back. So what are you talking about? He gave money to the HBCUs. Don't you know right now you can't even say that you're black and talk about being black and anything? You can't talk about your history around this man. He's literally taking down slavery portraits. He's taking down stuff at museums that talks about slavery. He doesn't want to hear about that shit. He calls that woke nonsense. So what are you talking about? But I just wanted to quickly talk about that because that's really crazy to me. And then we got stuff like this. Look.
Only time that we'll be talking about black people. I want to talk about what's wrong with black people. What's wrong with our black friends in America?
Too much.
Do you call them our friends?
You know, it depends, because, like, I consider myself black, but then when I talk to them, they say, you ain't one of us. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not one of you guys. So I don't know what I am, but...
What kind of black are you?
So my family's from Sudan,
okay,
which technically literally means...
So you ain't black.
The land of the blacks. But yeah, to them, I'm not black.
Okay.
Exactly, precisely. Yep.
What do they say you are? What do
they call me a tether.
A what?
A tether.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I say, you know what? I don't want to tether away from you fucking niggas, because I don't even want to be a part of y'all, man.
Damn, you sound pretty untethered.
So their rule is this. If you're not able to trace back to, like, a slave... You're not considered black. You're not a foundational black American. You're a tether is what they call it.
White people created black people, essentially. That's what they're saying. If you're not, if there wasn't slavery, there wouldn't be blacks.
Yeah, technically, yeah. White people created FBAs, as they would call them.
Wow.
FPAs? That's what they call themselves?
FBAs, Foundational Black Americans.
Ah, you're aware of this stupidity as well.
Yeah.
I like to say frequently bitching about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because corporations and shit, you know what I mean? You need money,
Yeah, you know what Pontiac stands for?
What does it stand for?
Poor old Texas Cadillac.
I heard that one before. Let's go. Yeah.
You see? You see? You see? So there's a lot going on right now. And if you don't know, that was a clip. And I don't even want to get... I just don't have the energy for all of this, guys. I could break all of this down very easily. You know what? I want to correct myself because last time I talked to you guys, I said that I like Tariq Nasheed, but I think, you know, maybe, you know, we should do something else. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I think Tariq Nasheed should just focus on what he's talking about right now. Because you know why? Because Tariq is really good at breaking it down as far as what's going on with the people who are so-called black, but that don't represent black interests. And I wanted to correct myself because I said, oh, well, I came out after 2 years and we're still having the same tether conversation. But you know what? I'm going to be honest. This conversation is very necessary. Did you hear what he said? I'm going to play it one more time just so you can hear what we're talking about. This dude is a so-called black dude, not from America, sitting with some white dudes, an Asian dude, and he's calling us nigs. Now, mind you, I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a damn how much you don't. I don't give a damn. When you calling us nigs to other people who are not black, it's like, and this is scary, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This conversation, I'm not even mad at none of this. This is scary. Y'all are sitting here obsessing over us, obsessing. Y'all are all up in our spaces, all up in our lingo, all up in our conversations. And you're trying to act like you don't know what's this you're talking about? An FBA and a tether? You know exactly what's going on. And this dude, by the way, was an actual police officer. Listen to him.
This is the time that we'll be talking about black people. I want to talk about what's wrong with black people. What's wrong with our black friends in America?
Too much.
Do you call them our friends?
You know, it depends, because, like, I consider myself black, but then when I talk to them, they say, I'm not one of you guys, so I don't know what I am, but...
What kind of black are you?
So my family's from Sudan, which technically literally means...
So you ain't black?
The land of the blacks. But yeah, to them, I'm not black.
Okay.
Exactly, precisely. Yep.
What do they say you are? What do
they call me a tether.
A what?
A tether.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but I say, you know what? I don't want to tether away from you fucking niggas, because I don't even want to be a part of y'all, man.
Damn, you sound pretty untethered.
So their rule is this. If you're not able to trace back to, like, a slave, you're not considered black. You're not a foundation. You're a tether is what they call.
White people created black people, essentially. That's what they're saying. If you're not, if there wasn't slavery, there wouldn't be blacks.
Yeah, technically, yeah. White people created FBAs, as they would call them.
Wow.
FPAs? That's what they call themselves?
FBAs, Foundational Black Americans.
Ah, you're aware of this stupidity as well.
Yeah.
I like to say frequently bitching about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they always want reparations and shit. You know what I mean? You need money.
Yeah, you know what Pontiac stands for?
What does it stand for?
Poor old things.
I've heard that one before. Let's go. Yeah.
You see, joking about black jokes. That's somebody put in that chat. That's suspicious. That's weird. And so, what can we do? On one hand, we got this dude just screaming out he said he got Tourette syndrome. Then we got these other people at the Trump rally telling us that we better shut up about racism. Then you got this other so-called black dude who's sitting with non-blacks calling us nigs, right? And this dude's supposed to be, he's from Sudan, which is in Africa, right? And I don't even want to get into it, but I just wanted to talk about this real quick. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about as it relates to that. Can I find that other... Hold on. We had this. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about as far as that's concerned. Did you guys see this clip? Hold on. And I know you guys saw it because I know you guys be tuned in. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm Haitian. Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American?
Listen close. Listen close. Now, in case you guys didn't hear what he asked, when she came in, the dude asked her, where are you from? Where are you from? Somebody put that in the chat. Where are you from? Listen what she says.
Cool. As far as I'm Haitian. Why? Where you from? What's your background? You American? Dirty black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? What?
Wait, what you say?
American? Black American? What?
No. Hold on. You said dirty black American.
You heard that? You just asked me what I said. I did.
Why you said that?
Because that's what y'all are. Dirty black American.
That's what y'all are. Now look at this face. Look closely at the face. I wish I could I wish my camera would be a little bit more clear so you could really see the spirit on this woman. If you could really see the spirit on this woman, you would see what I'm talking about. She looked him dead in the face and she said, that's what y'all are. Now, if y'all didn't hear, he asked her, where you from? She's on some podcast, which is why, like I said, I don't do podcasts, bro. This is not a podcast. But she's sitting there with her drink in her hand. He asked her where she's from. She says, I'm Haitian. Then she asks him, where are you from? Are you American? A dirty black American? Then the dude asked her, what did you say? She said, yeah, that's what I said. That's what y'all are. And y'all can watch the whole clip because I'm not going to play the whole clip because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But she continues on, and then the dude kind of checks her. He's like, no, I don't like that you said that. And she's like, I'm sorry that you're offended. I'm sorry. I see that you're really offended, so I guess I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's just the same old tactics, the same old playbook. And I'm honestly just tired of it personally. I'm not even, none of this stuff made me mad. Like when I see this stuff now, I don't know if it's because I just went to prison and I had so much stuff going on and I had to overcome so much stuff to even get back free. But there's something that changed in me. I don't get upset anymore. I haven't been upset since I got out of prison. I'm not gonna lie. Since the day that I walked out those prison doors, I have not got upset one time. All praises to the Most High God. I don't have the energy to get upset about this type of stuff. All we got to do is act accordingly. And like I told you in the beginning of the stream, move with purpose. This woman right here, she says she's from Haiti and we're dirty black Americans. Now, I'm not going to shit on all Haitian people. I'm not going to shit on all non-black American people. I'm just going to say if you do any research into the living conditions in Haiti, you'll see that that's a laughable. And there's already been a whole bunch of videos responding to this woman. I tried to go to her Instagram. Look at her Instagram right here. Just me Taz. If you can see that, her Instagram is just me Taz. Hold on, you probably can't see that, but her Instagram says just me Taz. I tried to go to her Instagram, but she deleted her Instagram. Now she was feeling real. Look, she was real cocky when she said it. But now that we got on her ass and we're not letting her breathe, she deleted her entire Instagram. I'll show you something that since she want to talk about a dirty black American, I'm gonna show you because it's funny. She owns a like a lash studio or like a hair studio, and I guarantee you that at least 80% of her clientele are these so-called dirty black Americans. But look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find the video of her. Oh, she deleted it. Hold on.
To participate in diaspora wars, but
Hold on.
I usually don't like to participate in that.
Yeah, I can't find the video that was on there at first. There was another video. Oh, she made another one. Maybe this is her. Yeah, this is her.
Dirty black American?
Wait, what?
Huh? What?
Wait, what'd you say?
I apologized. I appreciate it if y'all would clean up your mess. This is her new Instagram, I guess. Just me Taz with 2 Z's. And then she has another one. It looks like it's her also. But now she's private. I'm going to send her a request, but my name is New Malcolm X on here, so I doubt she'll follow me. But there was another video of her. This is her right here too, though. This is her calling us dirty black Americans, guys. But I wish I could show you the video with her crusty wig, but I'm not gonna go there. That must be my sign that I shouldn't be petty. I don't want to be petty. But there was a video on here where she had this crusty wig talking about, "Ooh, my edges are laid." Ma'am, you had a crusty yellow hair hat on. This is you talking. Is this you, ma'am? Talk about we're dirty black Americans. Is this you? Is this you, ma'am? Look at that. Wow. But I want you guys to go watch that when you get a chance. I think this is her too. Yeah. She deleted her and then she made it private. But we're eating her up. So at the end of the day, like I said, shout out to Tariq because I've been listening to a lot of his videos lately too since I've been out. I was listening to him before I got locked up, but when I got back out, I listened to his new stuff. It's important, y'all. It's important that we have this conversation, not to shit on nobody else, but to make a very real claim. And that very real claim is when you're Jamaican, when you're a proud Jamaican, you can be a proud Jamaican. You don't have to be nobody that you came from Africa. When you're a Haitian, you can be a proud Haitian. Nobody asks you what country in Africa you're from if you are Haitian, if you're Jamaican. Nobody says, "Oh, those Jamaicans, they don't love Africa." They don't come to you saying you don't have a culture, you're lazy, you're dirty, and let's just be real. Let's just keep it a buck. Like I said, y'all go listen to Tariq because he gets on them far better than I ever could. Because I don't even have the patience. I'd have just went from 1 to 1,000 on them dudes. And Tariq, he just takes his time. He's funny. He catches them in their lies. And I was listening to one earlier, and Tariq was like, "Don't you guys call us a kata?" And the dude was like, "Oh no, you do not understand. Akata is a friendly word. Akata means a friendly animal." Really, nigga? He literally said that. "Oh yes, we call you Akata sometimes, but this is a friendly word. You misunderstand. This means a friendly animal." Really? See, and this is the thing. This is why it's important that the scripture says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge, because when you're ignorant, meaning, the word ignorant means you just are not aware, you do not have the knowledge. So when you do not have the knowledge on a certain subject, people can prey on, manipulators can prey on your, "Oh, he doesn't know about that, so we could take advantage of him or her because he or she doesn't understand this." And that's what a manipulator does. Somebody who is strong and powerful and content and has self-esteem and they're righteous, they're going to see somebody who doesn't know something and who's vulnerable, and guess what they're going to try to do? They're going to try to help them. They're going to try to give them some type of information. "Oh, you don't know about that. Hey, be careful for this. Let me tell you about this because I see that you're in a vulnerable position. You don't know this. You're acting in ignorance. Let me help you." That's what somebody righteous is going to do. But somebody who's a manipulator and a predator is going to see somebody who doesn't know any better and take advantage of them. You see the difference? Do you see the difference? Now I'm going to read some comments and I'm going to get on out of here because, like I said, I didn't want to take too much of y'all's time. And I didn't even plan on talking about, I did want to talk about that, the Michael B. Jordan clip and whatnot. But the dude said, "A kata is a friendly animal. Come on, we are brothers." See, this is that new thing that somebody put that in the chat. We supposed to be brothers. So, and if you don't know, this is a word that some people in Africa use to describe Black Americans in a disparaging, negative connotation. They call us a kata, which directly means a wild cat that has strayed from their home and no longer knows their customs, which, by the way, that is completely illogical. Even the definition is not logical to who we are. We didn't stray anywhere. We didn't stray anywhere. So get that straight. If you're going to call us something, at least make it correct. We didn't stray anywhere. So don't call us a stray cat. And then, see, this is how they do, like, okay, like for instance, I'm going to say this last thing, I'm going to get on out of here. It's like once you start waking up, they try to still control you any way they can. They try to grasp at straws. And I talked about this on my last channel, and the beast is getting desperate. Can somebody put that in the chat? The beast is getting desperate. Why? Because when you start waking up and you start taking advantage of the knowledge at your disposal and you start standing upright and you no longer let people manipulate or take advantage of you, they're going to start grasping at straws. And I'll give you an example. It's like when they painted the white Jesus, and they had the picture of the Jesus that was white with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. And then we started doing our own research and we read the Bible and we did historical documentations and all this type of stuff. And we said, wait a minute, it's very highly unlikely that Jesus was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. That's actually illogical and probably a lie. Once we started saying that, then they said, well, first they just said he's white. Then when we started challenging that, maybe he wasn't white and maybe he was Arab. Okay, now they're starting to paint him. Notice the pictures that they make of Jesus now are kind of like Arab, and the depictions are kind of like a Middle Eastern man, and whatever they'll continue to lie to your face. Just believe us. I know I lied to you the first time, but just believe us. I'm not lying to you this time. So it's the same thing with that word akata. They called us akata, and we didn't know about it. So they were just running around calling us akata. Then when we learned about akata and we started asking them about it, because I was one of the first ones asking about it, at least out here in Houston. I know that for a fact. I got the footage on my old channel in 2017, 2018, asking them about that word akata, almost 10 years ago. And when I asked them about it then, because there's a lot of, you can do the research. There's a lot of Nigerians out here in Houston. And that's a Yoruba word, if I'm not mistaken, originating in Nigeria. So there's a lot of Nigerians in Houston. I was asking the Nigerians in Houston in 2017, when I found out about akata. I said, hey man, what is that akata word? You know what they used to do? Oh my God. They used to have this look, this shocked, guilty look on their face, like, oh, they couldn't believe that I knew what that word was. So first they went from, oh, I have no idea what you are talking about. I do not know this akata word. I have never heard this akata word in my life. Then most of us started waking up. More of us started waking up. And then we started finding the tweets and the Twitter posts and the videos on YouTube of them calling us akata. We learned what it meant. We found the information. We found the proof. We brought them the receipts. This is the akata word. This is what your family calls us. This is what they've been saying for years. So what do you have to say now? And it went from, oh, I have no idea what you are talking about. Now it's, oh, yes, we call you akata every now and then. Sometimes I don't do it. I don't call you akata. But if somebody calls you akata, maybe I have heard this word once or twice. But, you know, it is a good word. You not understand. I am your brother. It means a friendly animal. It's like the crab on The Little Mermaid, under the sea. You know, a friendly animal under the sea. Akura Matata. It's a friendly animal. Somebody put that in the chat. Oh, let me guess. Let me guess, because I'm about to get out of here. Let me guess, guys. When they say a kata is a friendly animal, do they mean like this? This is what I think about when I think about a friendly animal, guys. A friendly animal, do you mean like this? A friendly animal, right? Oh, it's just a friendly animal. And under the sea, we are brothers. The akata is just a friendly animal. Don't even think about this word. You and me, we are brothers. But you know, it's funny because Tariq brings up something very important when he asked them this, and I never heard nobody be able to answer this. They tell us, you need to stop fighting over there in America. We all need to just come together. And then Tariq says, well, how come in Africa, y'all aren't together in Africa? Y'all are fighting tribe against tribe. Within Nigeria, y'all killing each other, Boko Haram, and killing the Christians. And when I was in jail, I just read about how some African group came and kidnapped 300 school children. This you talk about us. What are you? you don't ever go to y'all's own continent telling y'all own people that y'all need to come together. Angola and Sudan and Somalia and the Congo and Tanzania and all these other places, how come you don't go to them and tell them we are brothers? We all need to come together and stop trying to show your flag. Don't show your flag. Don't show pride in your flag. We are all one brother. You come to us doing that thing, and there's a reason. We're waking up, and you're mad now that we're waking up. And it's not about following Donald Trump. It's not about being white supremacists. It's not about being hateful, divisive, none of that. It's about for standing up and being real. You've been manipulating us for too long in every accord. We're talking about the white supremacists. We're talking about grandmama. Somebody put that in the chat, because I'm not just talking about Donald Trump, and I'm not just talking about the Africans. I'm talking about the Black Americans, grandmama, and all these other people telling us that we need to vote for this or that, or we ain't black. Charlemagne the God, all these other people. If it's not right, period, we're gonna go against it. So I'm gonna read some comments, and I'm about to get out of here because I'm almost at 2 hours. I didn't even plan on going this far, but this is stuff that I've been thinking about, and I'm like, oh wow. Let me see. It's literally on us. They say that too. It's literally only us. They say that too. Exactly. Exactly, Bryce. They only come to us talking about forget your nationality. Don't worry about Black American. You're from Africa. But again, you don't go to Jamaicans and tell them to drop their Jamaican flag. You don't go to Kingston, Jamaica and tell them, hey, what part of Africa are you from? Oh, you are an Akata, because you don't have a culture. You see, it's because we've been taken advantage from so long, and we've been so kind. This is another truth, guys. You can say what you want, but the only people that we're harsh to and unforgiving to is who? Can somebody tell me? Who are the only people that Black Americans are harsh and unforgiving to? Because the whole narrative is that we're so raggedy and we're so violent and we're animals and akatas. Who are the only people that we are universally mad at all the time and fighting and taking from? Bryce, exactly. Each other. We only kill and rob and hate and have an evil eye towards ourselves in Black America. We're not targeting Africans. When was the last time you heard anybody in the hood talk about, hey man, we about to go rob them dudes from Tanzania over there. Oh yeah, I heard them dudes from Nigeria over there. Let's go rob them Nigerian dudes. That's literally never been a conversation ever. Ever. That's never been a conversation. We know we don't target white people. We know we don't. We're too scared to do that. So what are we talking about? And I have a whole lot of other videos. But again, it's all going back to the same conversation. We've been taken advantage of for so long, and we've been so kind for so long that other people, it's not just so-called white supremacists anymore that's taking advantage of us. We know about that. We know about the Donald Trumps and the Nick Fuentes and whoever else you talk about. Now you got people coming over here who can't even speak 2 sentences in English without Google Translate and Chat GPT. You can't even have a English conversation without Chat GPT, and you coming over here taking notes on how to shit on us. And because we've been so ignorant and so nice, we've allowed it. Now I'm gonna tell you this is the truth. That's a bad combination, guys. Does anybody know how bad that combination is? Ignorant and nice? Ooh. Wow. Especially coming from where I just came from in jail. If you are ignorant and nice, remember, ignorant just means you don't know. You don't know any better. So imagine you go to jail. What's going to happen to you, Bryce? You're ignorant and nice, and you have something in jail. You got some money. You got your people be able to send you some commissary. You got some products, or you got something. You got something that somebody wants, and they're a manipulator, and you're ignorant and nice, because that's what Black Americans are. Let's just be real. To other people, now to ourselves, we're staring each other up and down. We know everything about each other. We're checking him out. I'm checking his watch out. I'm checking his girl out. I'm checking his rims out. I'm checking his house. I'm checking how much he got in his bank account. I'm checking his jewelry. So we know everything about each other, and we are not nice to each other, but to everybody else, we don't know nothing. And we just so nice and forgiving, and Jesus loves the little children. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with what Christ wants us to be, but when other people know that you have a Christ consciousness, and you're trying to be godly and loving and forgiving, and you don't know any better, they're going to take advantage of you guys. This is what's happening. Now, when we talk about the conversation of so-called Black people that are not from America, we have to have that conversation. Yes, I 100% support Tariq Nasheed. Why? And you know what I thought about? I'm gonna just keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it a buck too. You guys might have never thought about this, but I'm not trying to put nothing bad on the brother Tariq, but that brother's damn near dangerous. Let's just keep it a buck. And I want you guys to think about this. If something were to happen to Tariq Nasheed, whether it be natural causes or somebody were to try to take him out, that would be a devastating blow to our people, bro. Why? Because it would just be like, just like Kevin Samuels. You had a person who basically studied and he became not a leader, but he became like a figurehead of a movement, of a conversation, and a lot of people were listening to him. And then something happened to him, and now everybody just disperses a million different ways. That's what happened with Kevin Samuels. And that's why I told you Kevin Samuels was so important. He was having a conversation that we needed to have in our community as well. And he wasn't a leader, he wasn't the master, but he was respected, and he did do his research, and he was outspoken, and people respected and listened to him. And what happened when Kevin Samuels left and something happened to him? You got all these different people. We went a million different ways, and the conversation gets diluted. It gets suffocated. It gets distracted. And so I think Tariq is important because he's having a conversation that hasn't been had on a national level, and is starting to gain traction in the grassroots. And it needs to be had. The conversation needs to be had about what Kamala Harris did. When Kamala Harris came here and she tried to put on this sister girl act, and then all of a sudden, when she gets in office, now they're talking about she's an Asian woman, or she's an Indian, or she's talking about, oh, I'm not going to do nothing for Black people. But you ran on being this sister girl. Or Barack Obama, same thing. He's not even a Black American, but we just saw a Black face, and we were kind, nice, and ignorant. And he got in here talking about we gonna change and Martin Luther King, and he got in there and didn't do nothing for us, and he told us he wasn't gonna do nothing for us once he got in. It's the same conversation, and it needs to be had, because guess what? We're the only ones who's ignorant. You think bro, these people know what they're doing. Coming here talking about a kata is a nice word, and I never heard that word, and you guys need to just drop your flag, and you guys don't know where you're from, and you don't have no culture, you're dirty, and you're this and that. Are we supposed to just take that? I don't know, y'all. I'm right at 2 hours. I'm gonna read some last little comments, and I'm gonna get on out of here. I had some other stuff saved on my Instagram, but I might play those another day if I go live again soon. I think I just kind of wanted to have this conversation because it was the most relevant to the conversation that I had today. Like I said, technically it's 12 o'clock right now, so it's technically the last day of Black History Month. So I kind of wanted to have that conversation, um, and to just check in with y'all and see how y'all feel about it. I'm gonna read these last comments before I get out of here. Tell me if you have something else that you want me to talk about tonight or the next time I talk to you guys. But that was the main thing. If you didn't get to check, if you didn't see what I was talking about, just run this stream back. Shout out to the people who didn't know I was gonna go live tonight. Oh, but I will say this. Last thing I'm gonna play before I go is Godfrey. Shout out to Godfrey. Godfrey is Nigerian, but he got famous out here in America and stuff like that. And I saw this and I wanted to give a shout out to Godfrey just so that we can show the conversation is very nuanced, meaning it's not all non-black Americans we're talking about. It's the ignorant ones and the manipulative ones. Look at Godfrey. Look at Godfrey, y'all. Now, mind you, these are two African people talking, but Godfrey was raised more in America and he understands the conversation. Now watch this.
Well, I'm saying, but African Americans have always been hardworking. No, African Americans have been hardworking, but I don't know. But opportunity. What about the appreciation of the hard work for the immigrants who came to this country and worked hard? Here's the thing: is the Civil Rights Bill is the reason why our parents got to come over here. 1964, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who was one of the most racist son of bitches on the planet, had to sign that civil rights. Well, you know, Martin Luther King is civil rights next to him. Right, yeah. So that is the reason why Koreans can come here. Koreans, Indians, Arabs, Nigerians. It's because of the Civil Rights Bill. Right. It's because of African Americans, foundational black, coming in here, busting their ass, being treated like shit, right, being hung, lynched. Jim Crow, from slavery was Jim Crow, segregation, Reconstruction, being promised that they were going to get this, fighting every war. They've been, black people fought in every single war and still being disrespected, not being able to buy homes. Right. You understand? Burning up of black towns. And people go, well, why ain't they? They saw opportunities. There were black Wall Streets. There were black banks, black hospitals, and they came and burned it. Black excellence. They came and burned it because a white woman said somebody raped them, and they never did because a white woman lied. So this whole myth of African Americans not seeing opportunity, they did see opportunity, but
you see. So I wanted to give a shout out to Godfrey because this dude right here, he tried to talk about they don't, seize the opportunity, and we come over here and we work harder than them, and they're so lazy and akatas and all this other stuff. And Godfrey broke it down like, bruh. Miss me with all that. And that's all I ask is the thing is this: nobody's asking anybody to take sides. And if I am asking you to take sides, I'm asking you to take sides of the truth. Can somebody put that in the chat? The only side you need to take is take sides of the truth. It's the same when I talk to I have people who I'm cool with that are white. I'm not a racist. That's the thing. I have people that are cool that are white. But what I ask them is, do you have any friends, family who are racist or who are attacking us in any kind of way? And if you do, it's on you to challenge them. It's on you to correct them, or at the very least, stomp down. You might have to, if you really about that truth, you might need to separate from them. You might need to really call them out. You might need to get cut off if you really about this truth. And it's the same thing I would tell an African, a Jamaican, anybody else, an Asian, anybody else who's going against us for no reason and trying to manipulate us and scapegoat us. All you got to do is call out your group. It's the same thing we're doing. We don't have a problem calling out our group. I just started the stream talking about these people that slobbing on Trump's knob. But guess what? Everybody else acts like they don't see. Oh, I have no idea what you are talking about, Akata. Stop that nonsense. We are brothers. See, when you start acting like you don't know what your family and your friends and your culture does, you start looking suspicious. I start looking at you with a side eye because why are you trying to protect them? What do I look like saying, I never seen no black men gang banging? What are you talking about? There's no black American gang bangers. We don't kill each other. We don't kill each other over Jordans. We're not pimping our women every now and then. What do I look like trying to act like that doesn't happen? See, even though I don't do that, I don't pimp, I don't kill nobody over Jordans, I don't gangbang, but I know that there's a lot of black American men that do. So if I come to you disingenuously and say we don't do that, now the argument is moot. The real thing I need to do is be like, yes, there's a lot of black Americans that men that do that, and I'm on their ass too. I don't like that. I don't support that. I separate myself from that. And when I get a chance, if they'll listen to me, I try to correct that. That's all we have to do. And if you're not willing to do that, that means you're part of the problem. End of discussion. I'm gonna read this comments and I'm out of here. That's literally it. Thank you, Infinite Charms. I love you. I appreciate you. I wasn't even gonna go live tonight, but I just had a quick little moment and I said I might as well talk to y'all because I wanted to talk to you about that Tourette's thing. That's really what I wanted to talk to you about, the Tourette's guy and how they made a statement talking about we need to be understanding and we need to stop making comments about it and we're ignorant. We need to learn about Tourette's syndrome and he's depressed and he's oppressed and all these comments from you niggas talking about it. Again, I just think it's very funny that he didn't scream out an anti-Semitic remark with people wearing a yarmulke. He didn't scream out an anti-Asian remark when Asian people were up there. He just happened to scream out nigger when two black men were up there. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. That's just me. You could run that by somebody else. And also you can't tell me kata, this is a friendly animal. You can run all these ignorant things to somebody ignorant. My people aren't ignorant anymore. Period. My people are not ignorant anymore. Solo said, I respect what he's saying here, but he has said some very questionable things before. Now, mind you, I'm just giving Godfrey shout out for that clip. I haven't seen too much of what Godfrey says regarding Black Americans and stuff. So maybe he has said some other off the wall stuff before. So I'm not advocating for him in general. I'm just saying that clip, it was one African checking another African on behalf of us, because on behalf of the truth. He wasn't picking sides. He was just telling the truth. So I respect him for that. But if he said something else that's crazy, show me and I'll get on his ass too. I talked to Godfrey before for a quick moment. Solo says Godfrey is manipulative. He plays both sides. Listen to him more close and you'll see. I'll pay attention to him. I will pay attention to him. I have seen him doing his Nigerian thing. He's definitely Nigerian. He definitely has raised his flag for them before. So you could be right. I'm just talking about that particular clip, Solo. I definitely believe you though. I know you know what you're talking about. So I will believe you. Bryce says Mexican cartels are literally chopping people's heads off right now, but they don't say all Mexicans are violent. Right, 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 right. A friendly animal. Yeah, go watch the Sugar Hill movie. Go on YouTube and type in Sugar Hill Akata, and you'll see a scene with Wesley Snipes where the dudes were African and they were doing a drug deal, and they're over there talking in silent, talking about I'm not gonna mess with these Akatas. And then Wesley Snipes straight up asked him, "What is this Akata shit?" He didn't even know. It's like us. We don't people say. It's the same as when our women go get their nails done in these Korean shops and they be they be talking shit about us. And I've heard Hispanic people talking shit about me too. They don't know that my mom's family is from Costa Rica. Black people from Costa Rica. They don't know I know a little bit of Spanish myself, so I've been called all type of crazy names, and I check that shit anytime I hear it. Don't let me hear no type of negrito, mayate, none of that pinche, none of that shit, because I'm gonna come straight to you. Hey, what was that? What'd you say? They think it's funny to be able to talk in their language against us right in front of our face. But once again, that's taking advantage of someone's ignorance. Once you learn Spanish, learn Japanese, or you learn these African languages, and you can get up with them, then they're gonna be like, I was just playing. I did not mean it like that. We are all brothers. It's like that movie. It's like the Sinners movie. Remember the Sinners movie when the vampires, they're like, just let us come in and play. We just want to play music with you. Okay, yeah, all right, bro. All right. No, wait. This is nonsense. A kata is a good word. It's a friend. We're brothers. A kata means an animal, a friendly animal. It's like Garfield. Oh, I'm a friendly cat like Garfield, right? This is a friendly animal. You know, it's a friendly. It's like cat dog. It's like, a friendly animal. This is like Mickey Mouse. Basically, when I say a kata, I am saying you are friendly like Mickey Mouse. Oh, really? Is that why every single time you say akata, it's stay away from that akata, don't marry that akata, don't go buy that akata, don't do business with that akata? Oh, yes, because we are such a friendly animal. Get the fuck out of here. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. The jig is up. Can somebody put that in chat? In 2026, the jig is up. And I'm going to read some more comments and I'm gone. Literally, I'm done. I'm done. Bryce says they love trying to give us this textbook definition of a kata. And again, the textbook definition doesn't make sense because where did we stray to? Tell us what year Black Americans strayed away from Africa. Tell us more. Okay, so if it is a cat, a friendly cat that strayed away and he doesn't know his culture anymore, tell us what year or what was the circumstance that made so-called Black Americans stray away from Africa. Because when you stray, that is a very intentional act. That if it's not intentional, it was a mistake on our behalf. If you say a child strayed away from his parents, either he was lured away or he purposely went away. So tell us how we strayed away and it was our intention. And what did you do when we strayed away? And here's another thing. If you really loved us, if we are brothers like you say, tell me this. If you knew your brother was kidnapped or strayed away, as you call it, and was raised as a degenerate, would you make a name for him and stay away from him? Or would you do even more to make sure that he was okay? Because me personally, if I knew my brother was taken away from my home and now he doesn't act like our parents taught him how to act, and he no longer keeps our customs, and now he's living like a degenerate, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I love on him, I educate him, I bring him back home. Now tell us when the African in general has done that. Tell us when, and we can have a conversation. Tell us when the average African has came to America and tried to educate us, love us, do business with us, and bring us back home without making a name for us. And of course, there's a textbook definition and there's a colloquial definition. Yeah, I'm gonna read some more comments later. But anyway, y'all, I'm on out of here. So thank you guys for joining me. I love you. It's the last day of Black History Month. I'm out of prison. I went to prison 2 years ago, like a week ago. Actually, I went on the 21st of February. So today is the 28th. So it's been 7 days. It's been 2 years and 7 days. I just got out of prison. So again, don't look for me to come do a live stream every week. I'm not gonna do one every week. Right now I'm just trying to get my transportation right. I'm trying to get my money right. I'm trying to get my mind right. Trying to get my job right. If you guys want to donate to my Cash App, you can do that. $LEETHALMAN1, $LEETHALMAN1. If you want to leave me a message, you can leave me an email at messagelethal777 at gmail.com. That's MESSAGELEETHAL 77 at gmail.com. I will come back to you when I have something to say. But as I said before, there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of people talking. I don't feel the need right now to come and talk and say everything that's on my mind or everything that's on social media. I seen 50 Cents beefing with T.I. and all this other shit. Don't expect me to talk about a bunch of the shit that the Matrix is talking about. I'm gonna talk about something that I feel that I can bring something to the conversation. I can bring clarity, or at the very least, I can reinforce what we already know so that we can be a unified front. So I will come back to you when it's time. If the Most High God puts it on my spirit to do so, please pray for me as I will pray for you. I love you. Thank you. I will be here again. I'm still out. All my niggas in the chat, Bryce, Solo, Jay, when you come in the chat, I need y'all to let's do 50 push-ups before we go to sleep, just to have a good night. To my ladies in the chat, I love you, Infinite Charms, Jennifer, Gail, all the Cha Cha, all the my beautiful women in the chat. I love you as well. Pray for me. Until the next time I see you, holla at your boy. Please, vibrate higher.